Show, Episode 2. I'm your host, Zach. I'm here with Bingus, aka Ass Smells. Jesus. I'm here with Enderbro4961, and I'm also here with
Heyo.
Tyler. So, boys, yeah, so let's see here.
What's the topic of tonight? What are we gonna start off with?
Well, okay, so we were going to talk about some pretty we had some serious topics lined up, but we're also going to get some joke topics in here. How have you guys been feeling?
Like
Week
shit.
been why?
Uh,
I
Week's-
have been
week's been
feeling
busy.
Wyoming. I feel nothing.
I have a
Great,
feeling
great.
something Wyoming related is gonna come up.
We're gonna talk about Wyoming later, but
Yeah, that's
how
really-
have
Yeah.
you guys just been like really busy then? Because I've been really busy, dude. I've been busy with college and
I've been like negative busy. I've had not much to do, but I've picked up cooking, and I'm happy about that.
that's cool.
Cooking's
That's cool.
fun.
Schoolwork.
What about you-
Schoolwork.
what about you,
Schoolwork.
Michael?
That's it. Schoolwork. Schoolwork.
How
That's
about
literally
you, Tyler?
everything.
I'm getting a
Bro?
couple new songs I've made in.
Yeah, I heard you were.
Going
you
through
do
a
like
really
your-
cool time.
Yeah, that's good. All right, so what do you guys think about that James Webb Space Telescope? Huh?
I think it's fake. Those images, they look so realistic that they're fake looking.
Oh God.
Like they do.
How about
I
you?
I
What do you guys
refuse
think
to
of
believe that that is your actual opinion, Markel.
It's not my actual
What do
opinion.
you-
I'm saying that's what others' opinions are. Is that it looks so realistic that it looks fake.
What do you guys think of like the controversies surrounding it, talking about like the Big Bang or
Oh,
like
well,
apparently
it's not really controversy. It's been
disproving Big Bang.
proven. They didn't completely disprove it. Only certain portions of it.
They like showed that some predictions were inaccurate
Yeah.
about particularly
them.
I think galaxy formation in the early universe. I think.
It's gotta be so easy to disprove the Big Bang. Like, you're just waiting for something to disprove it because it seems so scientifically impossible. Plus, it
Well-
happened 14 billion or trillion?
No,
14
you're
trillion
wrong.
years
No,
ago.
no,
There's
no. It was 13.8 billion years ago is when they thought to have the universe exist, but yet they found a galaxy that is older than that.
At least
Maybe.
indicated by its structure.
Yeah, and that they didn't find the dark ages of the universe. So that's another disproof.
I heard
thing.
it was like really like smooth, dense galaxies because like really matured galaxies are like really, they're kind of like jagged and
Well, that's what they were thought to
kind
be,
of like all over the place.
but they're not like that. The way that they form is in a weird way because they're not all fucked up together. They're actually linear. They're
Yeah.
looking like circular-ish. They're not all fucked up. Like they're elliptical of sorts. They're not just jumbled up glomerates.
Yeah.
They actually look like actual things in the farther distant
Because
galaxies.
This
my
does look pretty
biggest thing
cool.
was like them talking about like the redshift or like the blue shift apparently.
It's
or
the
something.
redshift, and the redshift is
And, like,
faster than what it was
like,
thought
it's-
to be predicted.
What do you think? What do you guys think are like the ramifications of that though? Because I mean, like, there's a lot that comes into my like, because we would have to like a lot of like cosmology.
Cosmologists.
A lot of what we know about cosmology would be like totally thrown under the bus if you ask me. Because
At least, like,
Do you
a lot
guys
of
mean
how we, like,
astrology? Because
galaxy
cosmology
formation.
is cosmetics.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
I remember
No. What?
Or
Cosmology.
am I
versus-
thinking of cosmetology?
Yeah, it's the study.
Cosmology is like
cosmetics.
studying the origin of the universe. Astrology is what birth month you were born in determines if you'll get a cake tomorrow or not.
Yeah, basically.
Indubitably.
It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
You're a Cancer. I'm sorry.
I can't
We're
talk
incompatible.
That's so stupid.
It's space racism. Space racism.
Oh, the
space
way I'm
race.
acting today. Wow, I'm such in a shit mood today because of how the alignment of all the stars are right now. That surely
Yeah,
puts
fuck
it.
you, Orion.
That stuff is dumb. That stuff is really stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I honestly, personally, I think that if they do decide that the Big Bang was fake, a lot of the religious people are going to be like, haha, I told you all along. And then, of course, there's the mad scientist people that are going to be like, oh man, we got to figure out how we're going to make a light engine or something, man. Because we can do it now because the speed of light says that achieving the speed of light should be impossible. So a warp drive, therefore, should be impossible. And then they're going to like become the Joker. And we're going to be, we live in a society where space travel is impossible. Or some shit like that, man.
Who knows,
That's
man?
that's
it'll
what it's
form
going
Who
to be.
knows?
It'll form schizos on both end of the spectrum.
Yeah, that's true. It definitely will.
Do you think the source of all this controversy might be the fact that there's a whole lot of denialism in finding something like this? Like, we've been taught since we were very young that Big Bang,
We've
this
been
and that,
we've been
you know.
institutionalized into that belief. Like your common science class, your physical science class in high school is going to teach you the foundations of the Big Bang Theory. And then when you go into astronomy, not astrology. Astronomy, when you go into astronomy as a sophomore, I believe they go even further depth into all of that stuff. But I mean, like now, if we've blown this theory of the Big Bang like out of the water, it changes everything.
It's not technically blown out of
Which
the
we
water.
haven't
it's kinda
yet.
just
Okay, one thing to
pushed to
consider
the
is that
side.
there's still that it's more than just like galaxy formation that has made us believe in the Big Bang and all that. It's just the signs of like the expanding universe, just
Dark matter, of course.
particularly
energy.
the cosmic microwave background radiation.
The observable universe.
Well, the cosmic microwave background radiation is a really, really big supporting source of the Big Bang.
Yeah,
I think that's actually probably the Big Bang's like largest, like most like. It's like a Wikipedia citation. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I'm pretty
citation
sure
needed.
Yeah. Whatever. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be crazy though if we do actually prove that the Big Bang never happened. Like that would be crazy. Anyways, whatever about that.
it's gonna be another.
So I
discussion
think
on that.
Whatever.
there was some controversy surrounding 343 Industries and those guys are like the publishers of Halo, and how like apparently the Halo player base is like dead, and like the player base is like just genuinely angry at the developers because they want to go back to like the Bungie days back when there was Halo 2 and Halo 3, and how Bungie like I'm talking about like old Halo, like really really old Halo.
The good
And
Halos.
Halo.
yeah, like the good
1,
Halo
2, and
games.
3.
Yeah. And apparently like people want 343 fired. And actually on Twitter, like the Twitter hashtag fire 343 was trending because like back then when they released Halo games, they had like all of the game modes like Forge, multiplayer, Social Slayer, and all that stuff. And when Halo Infinite released, it was just only multiplayer, and that was it.
Yeah,
They
pretty
didn't
sad.
have and it had like split screen and co-op like in Halo 2 and
It
Halo
just
3.
turned it into a COD game, basically.
Yeah,
But space.
Yeah,
basically.
that happened with COD 3.
Well, not only that, but it didn't ship with like the original functions, co-op, split screen, LAN party play that Halo 2 and Halo 3 had, and that's always been the defining features of a Halo game is that it's a party game. It's a game for people hanging out together, not some competitive shooter that like Call of Duty is,
Contrary to
And
popular
apparently-
belief, Halo's a better single-player game
Well-
than it is multiplayer.
I don't think that's true at all, honestly.
That's what I
It's
said.
both in good aspects.
Contrary to popular belief.
Well, they have like competitive game modes, but that didn't come until Halo 4. I just think it's crazy that, and like apparently the design leader of 343 got fired by Microsoft
What do you do?
when she said she put in her
Or
resignation,
she-
but apparently she got fired because the community was mad and Microsoft saw that and were like, oh well, we're gonna fire you because you're not doing your job right. But I'm just curious as to what you guys think about Halo being dead.
I don't care about Halo
Because
I've never played
I
it.
mean, it's been like a big shooter though, like in gaming history.
I've only focused on
Or
like,
Call
what
of
do you
Duty.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think that like studio? Do you think that 343 should be fired, like from making the game, and like they should put in a different studio?
I mean, I've
Probably.
only ever heard bad things about 343, so I'd be down for it, honestly.
I want to see who else
What
could
was
make
the
it
one
better.
that owned it before?
Bungie.
Bungie.
Yeah,
Bungie? Put Bungie back in.
But I'm
Well,
pretty
yeah,
sure
but
they're-
Bungie
they're
sold
not
it.
one.
now. No, because Bungie got fired by Microsoft because they weren't doing what Microsoft wanted, but now 343 is not doing what the community wants, and now Microsoft's pissed off.
So
at
that's probably
343.
where Halo should have ended, in my personal opinion. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I think that's probably where Halo should have ended.
Do you think they just should have kept supporting like Halo 3, but like on PC servers or
Yeah,
something?
probably.
Because like the majority of Xbox players, like when they got older, moved over to PC. Like that's what everybody does. You know, you grow up as a little kid having a
Didn't,
console
like-
because your parents got one. I mean,
Didn't, like-
I'm just speaking from personal experience. Now, I could be wrong, but that's just
I
like, that's how
personally
I don't
had a
know.
Wii and a fucking 360.
yeah. Like the first console I ever had was a Wii, and then
Like-
I
Yeah,
also
mine
got
was
a
a
360.
PlayStation 2.
And no one
I grew up on freaking like Super Nintendo, like Nintendo 64 and Atari. That's what I grew
N64,
up on.
Atari. What about GameCube?
And-
Any of you? Because I have a GameCube.
No,
and
I
I've
had a
one
Wii.
forever.
I only
I
ever had a
played on a
Wii.
GameCube.
I've had a Wii, Xbox 360, and a PS3. I have not once played Halo in any of them. I only played Call of Duty. So me personally, I don't even care about Halo. They can do whatever they want.
I think it would be well. I heard some people talking about on Twitter like how they'd like to have id Software take over Halo.
Say it software.
id Software,
Like the makers of Doom and
because
stuff.
they're owned by Microsoft too. They're another independent studio. Because remember how Microsoft bought Bethesda?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they own, and Bethesda owned id Software. Well, now Microsoft owns id Software and Bethesda.
Bethesda kind of sucks with online, though.
Bethesda just sucks at programming.
Yeah, because it's so old and
Their
outdated.
games are so. At least it's not like
Their games are
CD
so
Projekt
buggy.
Red and Cyberpunk. God,
They worked
They've
how many?
started about
They worked
Cyberpunk.
how many years on that?
10 or like 9 years apparently. It's like an 8-year-old game already,
Basically, yeah.
and it's only in an alpha stage. I remember when one of my friends told me that they stole their like source code for it. They were like threatening ransom because Cyberpunk was such a shitty game.
Hmm. Rightly shown, I guess. But like, though, it would have been nice if that could have waited a little longer, or been done a
Okay,
little
so
earlier.
then
Okay,
what I
here's
want
a
to
bit of
do
a joke.
is
What's a joke?
oh god.
Yeah, here's a bit of what if
Don't say
Bethesda
something that's gonna get us
bought
arrested.
Halo?
Ew.
Bethesda.
No, that's awful.
That's I
Bethesda
think
could work on
worse than 343 Industries making it.
Bethesda could work on Halo if they wanted to because they're owned by Microsoft.
Yeah, but Bethesda just kind of sucks, so it'd probably be for the worse if it did happen.
Maybe.
Have you guys
I don't
heard
know.
about the new game that Bethesda's making called like Starlight or some shit like that? It's probably gonna be
I
another
haven't heard of that.
another shit game.
Probably. Okay, so then I want to divulge actually on this topic further. Is the gaming industry getting worse and worse? And what I mean in this context is the gaming industry getting worse and worse? Is more for profit and less for gamers? Or do you think it's the other way around? And why?
EA Sports.
Don't talk about EA, bro.
That literally
EA
you just EA is a perfect example of why I think it's getting worse.
Oh wait, no, it's
and
called
more for profit.
Starfield is the name of that one game that they're gonna be. It's an Xbox exclusive though, so it's probably gonna be a bad.
So, but
game.
like seriously though, do you guys think the gaming industry is getting worse and worse?
I
and
feel like the
worse?
gaming industry's it's approaching its threshold. It's got nothing to really push out anymore.
because like
Newer and newer games don't look better and better. They're just looking almost they're like the same but
Honestly,
slightly better.
I don't think it's about video graphics. I think it's about play style and like because ever since like Battle Royale, that's what everybody wants to play now. Like
Playstyles
nobody
kinda,
wants to play like intense get and grind or like open world survival. Like it's
I
just
mean,
not
my issue is like just
and like microtransactions
AAA games
too,
in
especially.
general. Like AAA games are made almost what seems to be for profit, And in certain companies like EA, people have deadlines, and when working with art, deadlines are not something you should have because it results in severe burnout for the people making the game, and that'll cause problems in the future.
EA
I can
also
speak to
overcharges.
this firsthand. I can speak to this firsthand. That's why I don't plan on, like, with what I do in my free time and my creations, songs, right? I don't plan on releasing an album when I originally said I was going to. It'll be when it's finished. It's like burnout, right? Trying to set a specific deadline for yourself and have things done in a certain frame of time. In my opinion, that is quickest way to burn out, and I know that firsthand experience. You might not feel like you're burning out, but trust me, your work is gonna start to decline in quality because all you care about is pushing something new out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it starts to stunt your creativity
They're more about
a bit.
they're more about like quantity and instead of quality because they
Oh,
don't want to
I'd
give enough
say,
people to work on it. Rockstar
I'd say,
though with GTA 6, they are putting their time and dedication and effort into it, no matter how long it takes for that to get put out, because they know they're gonna make it better than GTA 5.
So my biggest thing about that is like I think that gone are the days when developers would take time on their product. A fully well developed game is something we honestly just don't see anymore.
Yeah,
We
because
see
now
premature,
listen.
half-baked releases because the industry isn't about gaming anymore. At least it doesn't feel like it's
about
gaming
money.
anymore. It's about
Now,
it's about money, yeah, and it's about making those deadlines because those bigger corporations buy out all of those studios. This is why I have such a big issue with like big corporations owning studios. Is because, like, first of all, it's great for funding, but you end up investing too much money in the game and not enough time in the game. And so then when somebody buys it, you get a shitty return because they don't enjoy playing it because it's half baked. You
I
know?
will say that that's a problem, particularly with AAA games. Indie games, on the other hand, like because they're independent
yeah.
developers, like
Yeah.
they can do whatever they want. Like,
Like
and
Iron
honestly,
Lung.
yeah, like, and even though, like, actually, wait, no, those aren't held
Or
under
Ultra Kill.
Ultra Kill.
Oh.
Like, it's not AAA, but it does have it is like
Yeah, but it's not
distributed
like
and supported by
Modern
New
Warfare.
Blood Interactive. But they do seem to allow creative freedom, and Hekita has never set any deadlines for anything. The only time he set a deadline was recently with the release of Act 2, which I think that's probably because it was already done and finished and just
Yeah, just
at
wanted
best,
to have
at worst,
released.
yeah, at worst a few things to tweak.
Just a few.
Yeah.
But
There's
like
still
either way,
a
like
few bugs in it,
Hekita,
but they're not bad.
I think independent developers or small team developers that where their owners give them a lot of freedom and their investors give them a lot of freedom.
Yeah.
I think those are kind of the games that are more bang for your buck or like hit harder for the community versus things like Halo or Modern Warfare remastered or whatever it be. And I know, like, God forbid I slander Modern Warfare for being such a great franchise. But like the Modern Warfare Battle Royale or like what was it, Call of Duty Warzone?
Warzone? Yes,
Or like
Warzone.
shit like that shit just feels half baked to me. Like it just
Warzone
doesn't
is
feel like
awful.
they took time on it or promoted it as something that we took time on this. We're proud of it. And like for Halo's case, that's a prime example because it didn't release with half of the functions that an original Halo game should have. And Microsoft was like, oh, deadline. We want to push it for profit.
Yeah.
It's just
and
it's
another
I guess
thing,
don't sell
sucks in
yourself to
general.
those companies.
another thing I want to just another me shilling Ultra Kill, like an example of like when you have as much time as you need or even want in order to make the thing you want. I think Ultra Kill is a great example of that because Ultra Kill with its like very simplistic 3D models like that, like they are not highly detailed. Like its quality of gameplay and all that is rivaling games like Doom Eternal. a AAA game with insane graphics.
It's pretty funny, I should say. Pretty
Like
fucking
an
funny.
indie game is rivaling a AAA game, and in some cases surpasses it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Well, as a guy who plays Doom, Doom is a franchise I've loved for a long time. I certainly didn't grow up during Doom, but because I'm too young, But
Yeah.
I love Doom. I love the old Doom. I love modding the shit out of Doom.
yeah.
I love regular Doom. I even love Doom 2016, despite all of the people that hated it.
Yeah,
And
personally, I don't have
I
any.
like Ultra Kill. I've never played Ultra Kill, but I've seen people play it, and I want to play it.
Love Ultra Kill.
You know,
Great
because I
game.
love games like Doom and Ultra Kill.
I mean, if
you
you want,
know,
I can share
and-
my Steam library with you.
Well, we'll talk about that later, but
We
I
should.
don't know.
Speaking of which, speaking of games, what's the thing that runs games that are on PCs? GPUs. What do you guys think of the GPU market right now? With
And
We're
how
not
it's
gonna
being
talk about
everything.
hardware.
How it's fixing itself because crypto bros are dead now.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I suppose we can talk about that then. Yeah, honestly, screw cryptocurrency. It sucks, even though, like, in terms of privacy, it's amazing, but it sucks because it's
It sucks for
extremely
the.
unpredictable and it crashes.
It also sucks for the PC gamers because everything got price
well,
gouged.
that's that's a side effect though. That's a side effect.
That was awful. Though. It was the worst.
It's awful, yes,
It'd
but
be like
it's
three-
not the
now-
only problem.
But now these losers who lost thousands of dollars because crypto crashed now have to sell their GPUs for market price.
Because they can't mine anymore. Hee hee.
Yep,
Nope.
and the GPUs are now flooding into the market because they can't use them anymore, and
No.
they have to make.
You can
something
literally
back.
find so cheap. Like
Dude,
you can buy
I've seen
3080s
3090s
and 3090s.
3090s going for $600, dude.
Yeah, on eBay because that's just where they sell them all.
Because their inventory rotted, and we knew this was gonna happen. Like we knew this. Like God bless cryptocurrency for crashing. Thank you. I didn't invest any money in it. I thought it was stupid. It was stupid. And now, like people that like genuinely just want to buy PC parts or hardware can't.
They can finally do it at a reasonable price.
Yep, you don't
So
have to.
I'm glad that it's to that point.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a great thing.
So, anyways, next thing I wanted to talk about was Fox News,
Oh, the Fox News,
CNN, bias in news channels, and how no one can be in the middle in America. How our political system is polarized. We have the two-party systems. We've got the Democrats and the Republicans, and how it's so like there's no middle option. There's no third option for us as citizens to vote in. We just
and
get
biggest
bureaucrats.
problem,
Yeah.
biggest
So-
freaking problem.
But what do you
There
guys
is
think
two
is-
sides.
The core question is, what do you guys think is the solution to fixing the two-party system, or should the press be allowed to be opinionated?
Freedom of press. Honestly, they should be allowed to have. They should be allowed to have their own opinions on things. I don't think that the press should be subscribing to one party over the other, though. And if they are going to be opinionated on one thing, they should have their own genuine opinions instead of being.
Well, I mean, an opinionated press is essential in any democracy. I mean,
For obvious
you
reasons.
can't arrest people for expressing their opinion because then you get something like Kiev, Ukraine in 1912.
It's
or
also-
1913.
Or Russia right now.
It's also unconstitutional.
right
It's
now.
literally our First Amendment
Or they just send you into prison.
for having the
Yeah.
freedom of
But
speech.
the fact that people subscribe to political parties like YouTube channels, right? They're
Well,
like,
me, I follow a
two-
lot of Republican media because I'm a conservative.
I
Well, for the most part,
follow
I'm
a lot of
conservative.
both-sided media.
I don't
don't
really
follow
much
any of
I
the
should be
media.
less- Yeah,
I don't.
I
maybe
just-
I should just be less opinionated. I
Probably.
don't know.
It sounds like a skill issue if you're so opinionated over two parties.
My thing about it. Well, hold on a minute. My thing is, I think a lot of people. There is a third party on the rise, okay, and they're called the Libertarians. You know, we've been getting representatives, and they've been gaining a lot of traction. You know, they're pro-gun, pro-LGBTQ, they're pretty much pro everything that
What,
most.
how
of the
can
populace is.
man? They managed to mix pro LGBT and pro gun.
they've
Oh
fixed
my
it.
god!
How did they do
Because
that?
They're about
How?
freedom. they're about freedom and liberty
They're about
and privacy.
government
That's what they're
step
about.
out. Yeah, like, they're like government
it's
step out.
government fuck off. Like no step on me, no step on Snake. That's what it is.
Don't tread on me, as the quote goes.
Now, do you guys think that the libertarians could realistically get like a third going, or do you think we'll just
No,
forever
because
be doomed for Democrats?
If they
and
tried hard
Republicans
enough,
because of-
and if we got enough people.
I actually saw a video a while back, like explaining different voting systems and like the problems associated with them. And it
Okay.
pretty much determined which one was the best. But I need to find that. I should really find that. God damn.
You guys know we have the
Just
longest
like-
running constitution at 237 years or so, and the average length of the constitution is only like
we have the
6.
longest running.
And the longest,
We have
the average longest would be only 15 years. Isn't that crazy? Our constitutions
we
work
have
so well.
The reason why is because we haven't had a major regime change, and like unlike most of the European states or like the South China Sea or Asian states,
We are literally built different.
we haven't been overrun by Nazis and then reconstructed and then taken over by a communist republic and then reunited like Germany has. You know,
we have not.
or we haven't been occupied or invaded.
Okay,
ever
then explain
either.
like Australia or even Canada, because they still change it.
Well, that's because they gave up like most of their civil liberties, and if you say something as a joke, you get arrested anyways.
Mm.
There, they don't. It's
Um,
because
You
of
guys-
the Bill of Rights. That's why.
You
It's
guys know
because of
that
the
we
Bill of
just like
Rights.
took over Hawaii.
Yeah, I feel like that was a manifest destiny.
We
thing
just
that
claimed
happened
it
there.
as ours. We're like, you're ours now. I don't care what you say.
Yeah, we did the same thing with like the
Didn't we think with
Caribbeans.
America? Didn't we do the
Puerto
same
Rico
thing with
is another
America?
example.
Like our entire country, we just walked in and like told the Indians get the fuck out of the way. But not Indians, sorry, Native Americans. I don't want to be politically incorrect here.
It really doesn't matter, honestly. It's not.
It
really that
doesn't,
big of a deal.
and most Native Americans really don't even care either,
It really just depends on what they want. Like
unless
ask
they're a
them.
liberal on a college campus. Then it's different. Then it's like
I feel like Zach's learned this the hard way.
Well, anyways, we got like about 3 minutes here. So what should we finish off with?
Contrary to popular belief,
there you
Wyoming
go.
is not real, and
You
I
see-
was born
okay,
and
the
nothing.
age-old
but-
question is Wyoming real, guys? Is it?
No.
I was born
Wyoming-
and nothing.
Wyoming is real, but the thing is, all right, the only reason why it's real is because it's been leaked. It's been leaked by one of the devs, co-creators,
dude.
and the thing is, we only assume it to be real. Why we can't see that it's real is because of the fact that it's not completely done yet. It's still being made. That's just the reason
No wonder
why.
it's so boring. I can't remember anything whenever I go through it.
What do you
the
mean
only
go
part that's
through it? You
fully
don't go
developed,
through it.
I think. The only part that is fully developed, to my knowledge, is Yellowstone. Everybody remembers when they go to Yellowstone.
That's it, though.
Everybody knows
The
about
only place.
Yellowstone.
Everybody
Yeah, I
knows
think
about
it's mostly
University of Wyoming too, but like
Quit going on
Yeah,
that
those are the only
Wyoming
two places.
propaganda. I don't like that. No, none of that. None of that.
Don't give me none of that
fake, man.
liberal
That's
soy
fake.
boy stuff.
That low testosterone male?
low testosterone Wyoming bullshit propaganda.
Seriously,
Low
man.
value
Jesus.
male.
Okay. Second joke topic.
We have 1 minute.
If we went into the back rooms, where and how would you die? We're gonna take as long as we want on this topic, but this is the last.
All right.
Oh, okay. We'll
So
take as
you
long as
always-
want then. We'll go
You
over.
always start
I'm just gonna
on-
like sleep. That's all I'm gonna do in the back rooms is frickin' sleep. Anyway,
Yeah,
Cringe.
but like, there's
So-
so much that like, I remember the original backrooms, like when it was first posted and it had like 12 levels, and like everything was normal. And now like there's the fandom backrooms, and everybody's like, "Oh, I have to give my monster a green clown, or he's gonna turn me into a stone."
Bruh, that's like
how stupid the levels
Roblox.
are getting.
That's like what Roblox.
And it's like I'm on level 4,367,000,000.
462.
I hate that so much because
Everyone's
you're not going to
turned it-
traverse to level 4 billion in your lifetime.
Everyone's like
in the
turned it
back.
into something more than what it should probably.
It's a
be.
shitty lore, is what it is.
It's
Honestly,
becoming a
shitty.
original
shitty one.
Backrooms is just that office, that infinite office space looking thing with those.
Where you are completely. And
You mean
utterly
liminal? Like it's a
alone.
liminal office space that goes on endlessly with
Yeah,
no exit.
Yeah, and you are completely alone.
like there may
You
be
will
a
never see any
few.
human ever again.
It's like there may be a few examples of stuff, and you might run into small groups or even like a civilization, but it's extremely unlikely.
I'll try to map
I-
out the place
like
if
a-
I go down there.
Yeah, I believe like there's like an entity that's like some dude that like fell in there a long time ago, but like slowly over time, like just the flash and stuff started just falling off him, and at this point he's just a skeleton and stuff.
Wait, so you're telling me
But if you
like,
see him, if you see this dude, that basically means you're lost and you're fucked.
is he quote unquote berserk? You know, because it's like a skeleton. No. Oh.
What?
Okay. You guys
Honestly,
don't get
I
what
like
I
the
mean.
backrooms by Kane Pixels.
I like the backrooms
The guy
lore that
did, like,
exists
all
with
of
them. The videos. Yeah.
the guy that like did all the, and that guy's only 17. That's crazy
pretty
that
cool.
he like makes all that stuff, and he's only.
I will
17.
say, like, if you go with like the original backrooms, like that monster just doesn't exist.
Nope, not at all.
You're
No,
all
because
alone, and you'll
the original-
probably die of
that
thirst.
was the original idea. Was
Yeah,
that
so, like,
you're
how I'd-
completely alone,
Yeah, how I'd probably die is thirst.
and Tyler said he'd just fall asleep and die. What about you, Markel?
Kill myself. I'd grab the lights. Like if I could pick the lights out of the ceiling, just kill myself and be like, "There's no exit. I'm not. I'm just gonna face the facts."
I'm just gonna face the facts that I'm never gonna see anybody ever.
Yeah.
I would explore. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
You go
just
be an
end it
explorative
quickly.
man of endlessness and not being
I
able
would
to
explore too.
all of it.
trace back
I
your
would
steps.
I would
Well, I-
explore, but I would still die of thirst. I'm pretty sure.
I don't want to die
At
of
least
thirst.
I
I'd rather
know-
kill
I
myself
would-
than
I
die of
would-
thirst.
I would find Josh, and I would say, Josh, we need to find a civilization.
Or if I
That's what I
find
do.
someone, I'll and
That
I
would
might.
really suck for me right now because I'm actually quite hungry, and I don't want to
and you
deal
just
with that in the
no-clip
back
out of nowhere?
rooms.
That would really suck.
You know, if you
Well,
did,
one
if
thing
you
to
could
consider-
if you could find someone else in the back rooms, and I don't want to be all cannibalistic sounding and shit. It's just a natural
Oh,
thing
God,
of
he's gonna
survival.
eat 'em.
Is the
That's-
human body has 75%
That's-
water,
that's how you
correct?
become-
So
That's how you become an
Proceeds
entity.
to sound cannibalistic.
What do
That's
you?
how you become. That's how you become one of the entities.
Who has said that?
the
That
body has set,
eating- that cannibalism will turn you into a backrooms entity.
I remember from like the original backrooms, level 6 has like pipe dwellers and like all the light sources are shut off. Like even
I
if you
think-
bring like a working flashlight, it won't work in that level.
I think that's
and
from
people
you being
become like
stuck
pipe
in that layer.
dwellers.
I think
No,
that's from you
that-
being
that's
stuck in that
just-
layer, not because
And
you
be-
eat people.
you end up looking like a Wendigo that like eats people, and you like dwell in the pipes with.
well, that's
other
because you
Wendigos.
gotta live. That's how you would survive. Is you eat people. Just-
Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Well, thanks
Oh,
for sitting down.
I
and
wanted to have the
talking.
cannibalism debate.
Oh, no.
No,
man.
fuck the
Anyways,
cannibalism
we
debate.
don't
We're
talk
a
about
bit
the
over
Donner
time.
Party.
We're a little
Okay,
out of
well,
time anyway.
whatever.
So
Yeah, I suppose we're out of time. Anyways, YouTube, fuck off. Get out of here.
Peace out,
and,
y'all.
We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys at the next podcast. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Awesome,
adios.
And stop.